Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Fielding English with the Fielding English podcast. For those who are joining us for the first time, thanks for subscribing and hanging out with us. So I'm Maria Fielding. I'm Brazilian, so I'm from Brazil, and I'm here with my husband Eric. I have been living in the United States since 2016. So, as I said, I'm with my husband Eric. He is a native English speaker. And he likes to remind me that. So, um, do you want to introduce yourself a little bit, my husband?
Hi, everybody. I'm really happy to be here with Maria. And yes, I'm the one that keeps Maria guessing about all those weird and strange English sayings.
Yeah, I ask him a lot of questions, and sometimes I don't even understand why actually in English is supposed to be like this or like that. Sometimes I miss my native language, which is Portuguese. Okay, so today we are diving into I would say a spectacular.
Spooktacular.
Yeah, spectacular Halloween English words, so English vocabulary. Because today is Halloween here in the United States. As you can see, I'm wearing my costume. So this is SWAT costume. I'll show you guys later, okay?
Yeah, I don't have one, but I'm in the Halloween spirit.
Yeah, I'll show you guys my costume. Hello, everyone. Hello. So a lot of people are already commenting. And okay, so we're gonna share with you guys some words, I would say 25. We'll try,
Mhm.
yeah, 25 Halloween English vocabulary words. Yes, we do have in YouTube. In fact, we are live also on YouTube. A lot of people are asking if we have a YouTube channel. Yes, we do. We are
Mhm.
also on YouTube today. People are saying Happy Diwali. Yeah, Happy Diwali, everyone, too. But here is Halloween. So we say Happy Halloween. Okay, so the first word is trick or treat. Trick is like trick or treat. I remember, or treat actually, trick or
Mhm.
treat. Trick or treat. Can you say that as
Trick
in
or treat. So, trick or treat is when kids go door to door asking for candy. They knock on the door and they say, trick or treat.
So let's use trick or treat in a sentence. So, for example, I would say every Halloween. You said the kids, right? But I said every Halloween I go, or my son Thomas goes trick or treating in our neighborhood.
Mhm.
My son Thomas goes in this case because I'm talking about the third person. So my son Thomas goes trick or treating, right? Trick or treating in our neighborhood.
Mhm.
Yeah, very good. The second one would be a
Haunted house.
haunted
A
house.
haunted house.
Haunted house.
So, a haunted house is a spooky place where ghosts might live or some other strange things can happen for Halloween.
So using haunted house in a sentence would be, for example, went to a haunted house and got really scared. So haunted house.
Mhm.
Now the third one would be pumpkin. Pumpkin.
Yes, pumpkin. Pumpkin. What is a pumpkin? Well, a pumpkin, as many of you already know, is a large, round, orange vegetable that's carved for Halloween. And we could spend a lot of time talking about pumpkins, pumpkin pie, other things like that. But for Halloween, people think of carving a pumpkin and then having a face on it that is cut out.
All right, so let's use pumpkin in a sentence. Pumpkin decorations are everywhere in October. In fact, our son decorated a pumpkin. He decorated as a Hulk.
A superhero pumpkin.
Superhero pumpkin.
What's the next word, Maria?
Actually, the next word, can you say that? And then I will, because I actually don't know that.
Okay, the next word is called a jack-o'-lantern. Jack-o'-lantern.
Jack-o'-lantern.
So that's a special kind of pumpkin that's used in Halloween, where you carve out a face and then you put a candle or a light on the inside to shine out the face through the pumpkin. So that's a special type of pumpkin.
So, for example, we could say, oh, we made a jack-o'-lantern and put it on our porch or our front door.
Mm-hmm.
That is the one sentence using jack-o'-lantern.
Exactly.
So the fifth word would be costume. So now is the time. Well, or should I actually show my costume?
I think you should show your costume.
Yeah, so last year, let me just tell you guys. Last year, I was wearing a police officer costume. But and then this year, I wanted to level up a little bit. You guys may laugh, but I don't care. You can laugh. Okay, let's put LOL there a lot. But this year, I actually want to level up to a SWAT. Okay.
Yeah,
SWAT.
show them your costume.
Okay, so my SWAT costume is a little bit over the top, but so this is my SWAT costume. So I have like this soaps. Let me just put a little bit down over it. So I don't
Looks
know if you guys
great,
can
right,
see.
folks?
So
look at her.
So this is my SWAT costume.
Applaud, everyone.
Oh my goodness, it's silly.
Isn't that great?
But let me know in the comments what you guys think about my SWAT costume over here. Let me put this over here for other people to see. My SWAT costume. So should I actually go trick-or-treating?
Yes, should we go out with our son trick-or-treating with her wearing the costume? Or would the police come and, make a big scene?
Yeah, so
I think she should wear it. That's my opinion.
Okay. So that's my costume for this year.
Okay, so
so costume is a special clothing to dress up as a character or figure, especially for Halloween. So, for example, I'm dressed up as a SWAT. Would say just SWAT, right?
Yeah, SWAT officer.
SWAT officer. And last year I was dressed up as a police officer. So wearing a costume. Mm-hmm. So I love choosing a costume for Halloween every year. This would be the sentence. I love choosing a costume for Halloween every year. Mm-hmm. Or costumes can be fun and creative.
Exactly.
So the next one would be
a witch.
Oh my goodness, witch.
Ooh, scary.
Some days I was.
She's dressed up like a witch.
No,
before.
Every day, right? I dressed up like a witch.
Yeah.
No.
Some days she's definitely a witch, dressed up as a witch.
Without a costume,
yes,
I'm a witch.
So what is a witch? Well, a witch is a character often seen with a pointy hat and broom, thought to have magical and evil powers.
Yeah, in my case, when I'm a witch, I'm just evil. I'm not magical. So my sister dressed up or dressed as a witch this I would say this Halloween. So my sister dressed as a witch this Halloween. Or I could say witches are popular.
People are asking us to spell the words as we talk about them. So maybe we can put in a few spellings if they're too complicated.
So I'm going to write in the comment then. So the word that we are talking now, let me see if I can, I don't know if I can write in this, is witch.
Witch, W-I-T-C-H.
W-I-T-C-H.
I can do this one.
Yeah, you do this, and then I'm going to write for you guys here on...
Witch.
Yes, so witch is the one that we are talking.
Yes, and witch has a silent T in it.
Yeah, so witch.
Witch.
Yeah, because as a foreigner, we may actually get confused with the word with, but it's like which or which. The one which could be almost the same. It looks like it has the same pronunciation as which.
Yes.
Choosing, yeah, which.
So one viewer on YouTube asked, "Is this recorded video or live?" This is live, but of course it's being recorded, and you can watch it again on replay, and it'll be on our channel.
Yeah. So which. So you guys repeat after us, okay? Which. Which. You do this.
Yes.
Which.
Okay, so our next word is vampire.
Yeah, I can write vampire over here. It's vampire. So a vampire is a creature that drinks blood, usually avoids sunlight.
Yes, so a vampire, if any of you would like to watch something on YouTube or other channels, Count Dracula, any movies with Dracula, he's the most famous vampire, and they are classic horror films. And Count Dracula could not go out during the day because sunlight would be a problem for him. So vampires are very scary and common at Halloween.
So we got a comment saying vampire is ghost.
Well, they can be, but typically, most of the time, a vampire is a little different than a ghost.
Yes. So you can also write in the comments a sentence using vampire. Now the next one is going to be ghost. So
That's right.
Ghost. So ghost is a spirit of a dead person, often white and floating or floating.
That's right, a ghost. So ghosts are very common in Halloween decorations. And often it's interesting, some people believe that they've seen real ghosts. And you can find many stories of real haunted houses where they've had ghost sightings, and the ghosts are, viewed by people. So there's a lot of beliefs in ghosts.
I also do love vampire movies. Someone was saying. Okay. Now the next word is skeleton.
Skeletons. So skeletons are bones of a body, often used as a spooky decoration.
Yeah, a skeleton, for example, we could say we hung a skeleton on our door. I'm using hung because it's like in the past. So if I say, oh, we are hanging, for example, a skeleton, then it's something that I'm doing now.
Yes.
And so is the verb is to hang, to hang.
Yes, and even though we all have skeletons, they're a nice symbol of Halloween decorations. So skeleton.
Oh, actually, you know what I'm gonna do? Can you I will write over here the word and then show to them. Can you get a pen over here? This one over here. So I'm gonna write, guys, for you. I have a white board over here. So and then let's see if let me see if you guys
Can we erase those after we write them?
Yes. Can you get the eraser, please? So skeleton. See if oops, I don't think this pen is actually good, because I think it's easier, right? So let's spell skeleton. It's SKEL E again, and then TON.
Yes, that's right. Skeleton.
So this is the word that we are saying now, skeleton. Mm-hmm.
And interestingly, one of our viewers has mentioned on YouTube there are 206 bones in our bodies, and that's very true. That's very accurate. So we have 206 bones that are
Let me
part
show
of
you
our
again the word
skeleton.
Skeleton. So, do you have another phrase with skeleton?
Well, I think we talked about.
Oops.
I think we've covered skeleton, so I think we're ready for the next word, which is
Candy corn. Candy
candy
corn.
corn.
Okay, let me write now. Candy corn.
So, what does candy corn mean?
Candy corn.
So, a candy corn is a popular Halloween candy with yellow, orange, and white colors. So, candy corn has been around a long time. I remember it as a kid. Candy corn is a classic Halloween treat.
So candy corn. Candy corn. Some people love candy corn, others don't. This would be the sentence. You can also write a sentence using candy corn. Do you like candy corn?
Mm-hmm. Candy corn.
The next word is?
The next word is cauldron. Cauldron. So a cauldron is a large pot which is used by witches in stories to make potions. So a large pot is a large pot to make potions.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, it's okay.
So how do we use the word cauldron? Well, a witch will stir the cauldron in a potion, and she'll make a cauldron of potion to cast a spell on someone.
So
I'm not certain that's going to work if we're using
well for that, but it's okay. It's okay. This is live, so everything happens.
We can type it in.
So this is the word cauldron over here. So over here in the other platform, people are not able to see. And I don't know if you guys, let me know if you are able on Instagram to watch this, to read what I'm writing. Let me write a little bit bigger.
Yes, let us know if in Instagram the formatting is working for the words or whether or not they're coming in reverse.
Yeah. Okay, so cauldron.
Cauldron. So the next word we have is mummy. Mummy. So what is a mummy? A mummy is a wrapped figure from ancient Egypt, often seen as scary. So a mummy has bandages wrapped around the body and the head, and the mummy comes from ancient Egypt. The Egyptian pharaohs were mummies.
Mummy.
Mummy.
Yeah. In Portuguese, mummy é múmia. Múmia. So.
Yes. Always remember, be very kind to your mummies. Always treat your mummies well.
It's almost the same pronunciation as mom.
Yes.
Okay. So the next one, Egyptian mummy. Very good. Yeah.
Yes.
So the next one is black cat. Black cat.
Yes. So a black cat is a classic symbol of Halloween and is sometimes considered unlucky. So for some people, if you see a black cat, you might think you're going to have bad luck. I don't, believe that, but some people do believe that black cats are unlucky.
Black cat. Black cat. So a sentence with black cat would be, oh, you already actually saw one.
We saw a black cat.
Yeah, on Halloween night. Very good. Okay, so now let's go to the next word, which is spooky.
Yes, spooky.
It's something a little scary but fun. So spooky. You
Yes.
can say, oh, for example, that's what we use today, spooktacular. It's a combination of two words, spooky and then spectacular.
Yes.
So, and then it's like spooktacular.
Yeah, so spooky means kind of fun and scary at the same time. So you would say
it's a good fun and good scary.
Yes, you'd say the decorations are spooky but not too scary.
Yeah, and then the next one, so the spooky is SPOOKY. Okay, so that's the way we write spooky.
Spooky. So after spooky, we have a classic Halloween animal, which is called a bat. Bat, B-A-T, bat. And what is a bat? It's a small flying animal often associated with Halloween.
It's a bat.
Bat.
All right. So some costumes even include bat wings. Bat wings could
So
be.
bat.
Yeah.
So bat's a good word. Now we have our next word, which is a spider web.
Ooh,
A spider.
Thomas loves spiders.
Yes, spider. He's a big fan of
In
Spider-Man.
fact, today he actually he went to school wearing his Spider-Man costume.
That's his favorite superhero, Spider-Man. So real spiders, they spin webs because they're spiders. But in Halloween, spiders and spider webs are used as decorations.
Yeah, and the next word is creepy. So some people, they would use this also to say that somebody's creepy, for example. What a creepy thing, you know. So creepy is something that makes you feel scared. So,
exactly. So you say the old house looks creepy. The old house is creepy. And another good word is full moon. Full moon is what happens sometimes, and then we think of a fully round moon, which adds to the spookiness of Halloween. And we also know that in a full moon, the werewolf can come out. And we'll get to that werewolves in just a second.
oh yeah, not because it's our next word with the werewolf, which is a character that is half human and half wolf. So actually, I like those werewolf. Yeah.
Yes, there's been a lot of great werewolf movies.
So said those werewolves because
yes.
we change if the plural for wolf or is wolves.
Yes, it has a V. If you want to see a really great music video, watch Michael Jackson's Thriller video where he turns from himself into a werewolf and he has a transformation. That's a werewolf.
So the next one is gory. Gory is it full of blood or intense visuals, often seen in scary movies. So if you say gory, for example, you're talking about a lot of blood.
Yes, that's right. So a lot of movies like Halloween, Friday the 13th, these are all gory movies where there were a lot of visuals that were very scary for the viewers.
Yeah, that's a really good sentence. So one person is saying, on Halloween night, children like to speak. They would say to tell.
They tell scary stories.
So on Halloween night, children like to tell scary stories.
Yes, that's right.
Now, the next word is
graveyard.
Oh, graveyard. It's a place where people are buried. So people are buried and often seen as spooky. So it's like the place in the cemetery or...
Yes, yeah. And graveyards are extra spooky because sometimes people think that folks can come out of their graves and attack or come back from the dead. And a lot of people are afraid to even go to graveyards during the day. But graveyards are often part of Halloween stories.
Yeah, so for example, I would say there's a graveyard in the Halloween story. There's a graveyard in the Halloween story. Now the next word is bewitching.
Bewitching. So bewitching means fascinating or charming in a magical way. So you could say something is bewitching, or the Halloween decorations were bewitching. And for those of you that watched TV back in the 60s and 70s, there was a really, really good television show called Bewitched, which was the story of a witch. So bewitching is interesting.
Okay, and the next word is What is the next word?
Hocus pocus.
Hocus pocus. Gosh, actually, I don't even know that in Portuguese. I don't know that.
Well, hocus pocus is what people often say when they're doing magic or tricks. So a magician might
Hocus
say
pocus.
hocus
Oh, okay.
pocus with their wand, and then they do the trick. It basically means the same thing as abracadabra, or another one of those phrases,
Alakazam.
alakazam. Yes, when you're doing a magic trick. So they would say hocus pocus, and then pull the rabbit out of the hat.
So, and then we would say, how he said hocus pocus as part of his magic trick.
Yes,
His
exactly.
magic trick. Hocus pocus.
Okay, so our next word is ghoul. Ghoul. What does ghoul mean?
Ghoul is a scary creature that appears in scary movies, scary stories, actually. Ghoul.
Yes. So sometimes people will mix ghoul with other words. They might say ghost, goblin, and ghoul. So it's a good combination word with other Halloween scary words.
Magic tricks. Yeah, that's a good one. Also, harsh verm, I saying.
Yes, magic tricks. She's really engaged in
Yeah,
our.
thank you so much for
Yes,
being here.
yes.
Thank you,
Thank
everyone,
you.
for being here. So the next word is boo.
Boo,
Boo.
boo.
Boo. With
Yes,
two O's, so it's BOO, two O's, and then just say boo. Boo.
yes. So we say boo when we want to scare someone in a fun way. Boo.
Yeah, yeah.
How,
We would also say that the same
in
sound in
Portuguese,
Portuguese. Would say boo. Yeah, boo.
is it spelled the same way?
No, then we'd write like bu,
Bu.
maybe boo,
Okay.
bu in main you use
Okay.
boo.
So boo. So
Yeah,
you would say something like, she jumped out and yelled boo.
yeah. And then boo. You should be a little scared. So, boo. Uh,
So there you go. So we have given you today 25 words and phrases to make your Halloween conversations spookier and more fun.
yeah. Now we are open for a Q&A. So if you have questions, so now is your turn to ask any questions you want, and we are gonna answer your questions, even
Yes.
if they're scary questions.
Yes. Go ahead. Any questions, any comments you want to make from the various streams here? We
I'm gonna just take a look over here if we
see a
have.
lot of people joining and making some comments.
Yeah, I'm just.
Yeah, Halloween is a really fun day. Hey, do you have Halloween? Do you have trick or treating where you're from? Is there any Halloween celebration of any sort, even if a different name is used? Tell us about that.
Yeah, in Brazil, we do. I would say we celebrate Halloween because it's copied from the United States. So we do, and we say Halloween the
Do
same
people
thing.
knock on doors for trick or treating?
Well, there are some neighborhoods that they do, I would say. And if when you go also, you're taking English courses, so English schools in Brazil, because we have many, they also they commemorate Halloween, and then they do in their settings there,
Yeah.
Halloween parades and parties. So
Well, here in the United States, Halloween has changed in some respects. When I was growing up, you knocked on doors, which still happens now a lot. But what has replaced it is that now people do what's called trunk or treat instead of trick or treat. So, trunk or treat is when a whole bunch of cars lift up the back of the car, like the trunk, and then kids can ask for candy and cars that are part of a trunk or treat event at, let's say, like a parking lot. So trunk or treat is it's a more concentrated and easier way for kids to ask for candy. instead of walking to many houses and knocking on doors. So we didn't have that in our vocabulary, but that's something
yes,
that's
yeah,
happened.
that is a good one. Yeah, trunk or treat. So let me answer that question. Harsh is asking. She's saying that she understands English, but she cannot speak yet. So and then how long? So we'll so she's saying
How many days or how long to become
how
fluent?
long to become fluent. So this is common. Okay, it's common to understand first English, then actually speak, especially if you are not living in a spoken country, it's English spoken country. So you have to immerse yourself to the English environment. So it's like changing your fonts to English, from your native language to English, your computers, watching movies instead of your native language, watch movies in English with subtitles also in English, listen to music, reading, everything you can. You have to do it in English, because this way you are preparing your mind. You are it's like teaching, yourself to think, to do everything in English. So that's it is common. So don't give up. Okay, we also have a lot of videos teaching. We are going to come here with more video lessons for you guys, with slides teaching English. Okay, so don't give up. You're doing great. So any other questions?
We see a lot of people have joined us, waving, saying hello. Don't see any new questions, but
Okay,
thank you for your participation.
so one person said that I'm from India and we don't celebrate Halloween, but in pub or in bars we celebrate it. Oh, that's really good. And Iran also, they don't have such ceremonies in Iran. Okay. What else over here? Oops. It's a little far from me, but let me see what else over here. Yeah. And then what do we have something else over here? Over
No,
there?
I think
No.
we're okay on YouTube.
I have ability to understand, but I have a fear to speak with. Okay, so that's actually another thing that you need to practice. Okay, you need to lose, this fear of speaking in English. And I know that because I also felt the same before. So you have to use the words that you have in your mind, and even if you make mistakes, it's okay. So it's okay. You are learning a second language, so everyone makes mistakes, and we make mistakes even in our normal, in our native language. Imagine in a second language or third language. So give you a break, okay?
Yeah, be kind to
be
yourself.
kind to yourself, exactly, because it's not easy, guys, to learn a second language. So it just be proud of yourself that you are learning a second language.
Yes, just try. As Maria says, it's about immersion, not perfection.
Yes,
Whoops, that's your line.
That's my line. Okay, and then one person also saying em português, eu não consigo colocar as sentenças juntas, ou seja, não sou boa em conjugar. Eu acho que você não precisa. I could say in Portuguese, but você não precisa disso para falar inglês. Like, saber conjugar perfeitamente. You don't have to conjugate verbs correctly, or, well, it's important, but for in a conversation, if you don't conjugate a verb correctly, it's okay. So if you say, let's say, can you think about...
yes, for example, let's say you're talking English and you want to talk about yesterday and you had lunch yesterday. So it's okay if you said, yesterday I eat lunch.
Yeah.
Because the correct word is yesterday I ate lunch, but it doesn't matter. If you said yesterday I eat lunch, the people who are listening to you will know you were talking about yesterday, and you really didn't have to say ate lunch.
And believe me, nobody actually is going to laugh. Okay. No. she said it incorrectly.
Yes.
Nobody, right?
Yes, that's right. So you're using the right verb, which is the most important part. But the exact conjugation doesn't really matter because the context will help people understand what you're saying.
So you're doing a great job. So don't hang on that conjugating perfectly. Or I know that this is something that Brazilians we do a lot. So we want to do things perfectly. We want to say words, but no, I think it's okay.
One person asked, how can they get in touch with us? There are several. There's an email. There's explain how viewers can get in touch with us with other questions.
So you can send us an email also, right? You can send us an email through fieldinglearning at gmail.com. And also you can go on our bio. We provided we have a link there for you to fill out, and then we also would communicate with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And so we are building a website. We are working on it, so we are gonna do that soon.
Can people send direct messages through Instagram?
Through Instagram, yes, that's correct. And we also have a phone number, a business phone number, so you guys can also call the number.
So if you're watching us on Facebook or YouTube, you can subscribe on Instagram, and that way you can have even more direct contact.
Can you type our email there, please? That's a really good question. And I see another person here saying, but we have an opportunity to speak in public places, in podium or meeting halls. So we feel nervous and fear. So can you see if you understood that?
Which comment is that?
This over here, we have an
opportunity to speak in public places, but we have nervous. Well, of course, fear and nervousness is natural. We all get that, and believe me, even a native English speaker has fears of public speaking. But I think what a person should do is, breathe deeply, slow down, make the comments as best you can with the words and try, and people will understand. When you're in a learning mode, people are not interested in putting you down or mocking you. They are applauding and happy about your effort to learn your new language.
Yeah, and see my case. So I have been learning English since 2016, and I still make a lot of mistakes, and I don't care. I don't care. I just want the other person to understand me. And that's it, because it's about immersion, not perfection. So guys, it was awesome to be with you today. And if you have more questions, send to us on our email, on all social media. We are everywhere. And thank you so much for watching, for being here with us, right? So
Thanks.
We appreciated everything you guys are doing. And just drop questions, okay? We are happy to answer them along the way.
See you next time.
Yeah, and happy Halloween. I'm gonna be on my SWAT costume.
Bye.
Bye guys. See you later.